Okay, so I already worked out for the day, guys. We're back on a video about my weight gain journey. I guess people would call it a reverse diet, but unlike some of the reverse dieters, like I saw this one chick on YouTube, she has a lot of followers. She would just go and eat donuts and pizza. You're not gonna find that, because part of my goal here is to show you how to not just gain weight, but gain muscle, build muscle. I already worked out this morning. It was a leg day, which I love. So I have my weighted vest on and we're going to town. Since the last video, I'm up another pound, again in my belly, but it's all good. I'm getting more comfortable with it. Some people give me, oh boy, my hair is just crazy. I just threw it up. Some people give me crap for wearing sunglasses. These are my eyes. I had eye surgery a couple years ago. I always wanted LASIK because I had glasses since I was kindergarten, and then contacts since 5th grade. And I've always wanted to get LASIK. I was like, I want to see without contacts because I travel a lot and overnight flights, and I never wanted to take out my contacts and my eyes would be all dry. Anyway, they finally came out with a lens insert procedure. And they said, you can do this. However, we don't make a lens strong enough for you. So I had to do a lens insert and then LASIK. It just makes your eyes a little more sensitive. But I wanted to tell you, Craig and I were driving, I can't remember where, yesterday. And he said, I should have been more strict with you and just like made you change. And I said, Craig, that's like telling an alcoholic you can't drink anymore and it's just boom, it works. It doesn't work that way. Like I had to want it, and I really want it. Like I wake up every day and I'm like, oh, your skin looks better. Your hair, it styles easier now. Like there's so many benefits. Like my energy is so much better. I'm so much happier. And I had a few women reach out to me saying that they struggle with the same thing. They're very lean, but they're so afraid of gaining weight. And I said, there are no downsides to this. Okay, maybe like one, I can't wear my favorite top anymore, but that is just one downside. It's just, everything was worth it. Everything's worth it. So, it was just interesting how he's like, I should have been more strict with you, because he's so kind and passive and he doesn't get angry. And I just said, I needed to do this. I needed to want it. And he's very encouraging. I had a few people reach out like, yeah, let's go to Paris together and buy new clothes. So that was really cute. You're all so sweet. I think another reason why I didn't want to do it, why I kept stopping it, because believe me, I've started and stopped a lot. I know all the tricks to go right back to my lowest weight. Is my mom told me, I don't know, 3 years ago, she said, you know why nobody in the family does your diet? None of your siblings, we don't, because they don't want to be too skinny like you. She literally said that. She also, like most of you know, I broke my nose and it looks different now. One of my biggest regrets. That's the driveway. Okay. Look at my arms start getting stronger. She literally will bring out pictures of the old me and be like, look how beautiful you were. Thanks, Mom. No, she's a wonderful woman. I had a great childhood. It's all good. I just, people, oh, there's a deer. Shoot, there's a deer over there. But the way I finally started to want it, I mentioned my best friend Laura, And I told her the story about how I was in the emergency room 3 times, waking up in the ICU. I had to stay overnight. I don't even remember being there. Waking up with a catheter in me because they had to knock me out because I kept biting and punching people. And I'm not a mean person. Like, this was in Maui, and I want to go and buy them all lunch because I felt so bad. But I was not strong for a very long time, pretty much the whole time in Hawaii. That's why you didn't see a lot of videos. Well, we do live there. You can stay at our condo if you want to. It's right on the beach. But Laura said, "Do you want to die? Do you want to die?" I was killing myself. I was killing myself so bad. And I knew it. But I just didn't know how to change. It's hard to be in the public spotlight like this. You know, I've been having to be on social media for work. I want to be on it for work and for friends and stuff, but with all that, I feel a lot of pressure to stay young, and I'm getting older. I'm the older keto person. I'm the older keto carnivore person out there. You go to events and they're like 25, you know, these influencers. It's hard to stay beautiful. Actually, one person who came on my retreat, we were on the island of Ischia. We went to a castle. It's really beautiful. I love Ischia so much. And she came on my retreat. She obviously likes me, and she said, "How are you going to stay relevant?" And I was like, "Tell me more." And she said, "Well, with all these new influencers, like Elle is so beautiful." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know she had a nutrition background or exercise physiology background." I didn't know that. And so yeah, maybe I don't bring the beauty to your eyes. I'm okay with that. I got a great personality. I'm super fun. And I know a lot. I'm super educated. I know all the mistakes people are making. I can help a lot of people. So if you're okay with knowing the truth and not, oh, just eat carnivore and your insulin will stay low and you won't gain any weight, that's not true. And I can show you the facts. If you go to my first video, there's so many comments saying, "Hey, I gained so much weight on carnivore and I'm struggling to get it off." Read those comments. They're there. So another reason why I'm focusing on muscle gain, well, why not? Like strength, longevity, you know, muscle is an organ, you know, it's a hormone, it's super important for you. But when I was a teenager, my nickname was Thunder Thighs. Not kidding. And it was a nickname that started with, I won't say who started it. She loves me very much. I love her very much, but yeah, that was my nickname, Thunder Thighs. And you know what? I love squat day because my thunder thighs are so strong. They're not thunder thighs now, but I want them to keep staying strong. I don't want to lose it. So, yeah. I mean, when I wore this weighted vest when I was lighter, it just hurt. Like, it hurt my shoulders. It was painful. Like, I go for a very long time and just fine. So when we get back from the walk, I'll show you my breakfast. Another thing I'm working on is when I eat at home, you can ask my kids, I have never once sat down to a meal unless it's Christmas. Christmas and Thanksgiving, I'll sit down to a meal, but I never sat down to a meal. So I'll just like pick at a few things and that's it. Move on, take care of whatever needed to be done. Kids, laundry, dishes, work, writing books. So my goal is to sit down and enjoy a meal. And I just watched a video. It was Thomas DeLauer talking about the physiological needs for building muscle. Like, you need to relax after you lift. You need to sit down and enjoy your meal. And so that's my goal. I don't think it's too hard. And that's how I roll. Every day, I like to pick a new goal, or not every day. So when I first started, I mentioned this on the other video. If you would have told me you can only eat meat, I wouldn't even have tried. I wouldn't have tried, no. But it was always baby steps. Changing my breakfast, cutting out sugar. You know, I started running then. I never missed a day of running in 25 years. And when I broke my nose, I couldn't run for 8 weeks. So I just stopped. But I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, oh yeah, but little goals. So little baby goals all the time, right? So I still do that to this day. And I don't make a new one until I accomplish the other one. Because I don't want to be a failure. So I just wanted to take a second to say thanks for all the nice comments. I really appreciate them. People were texting me, reaching out, like, I'm here for you. It's hard, like, with homeschool, we homeschool kids, owning businesses. Deer, look, baby deer. There's another one. And another one. So cute. I love deer. With all the business, you know, just, I don't have a ton of friends. I just don't. I did when I was in high school. I was friends with everybody. I wasn't part of any of the cliques. I loved all the cliques. But I don't now. And that bothers me, you know. But a few people reached out to me. Bronson Dant, he was the first one. Right when the video came out, it must have been like 5 minutes later. He's like, oh, I'm here for you, him and Nat. Coach Bronson, he is. Dr. Lisa Wiedemann reached out. Just so nice to know that people care. Because I was like, nobody's going to watch this. It's boring. But I'm grateful that you do. And so, thank you. I'm going to finish my walk and get some breakfast. One of the reasons I don't do a lot of videos and things like that is because I just don't feel beautiful. And it's not a bad thing. I just, you know, compared to like Elle, absolutely stunning, right? I just felt like, oh, nobody wants to see me. I'm not attractive. To be beautiful for one day, can't imagine. So, anyway, I don't know. I also don't like to do my hair. Is anybody out there that also doesn't like to do their hair? Like, that's why I live on the beach, because I can just jump in the water, throw a hat on. I love beach life. You wear a swimming suit. It's awesome. I'm a little winded going up the hill. But, yeah. If messy hair, don't care. Any other girls, guys out there don't like to do their hair? Let me know. One of the last events I spoke at, it was a carnivore. It was meat stock. There was a lot of people. It was super fun. And I love to cook. So they were shorthanded. So I was like, I was one of the speakers. I was there as a guest speaker. And I was in there cooking and serving people because I love it and I don't mind helping. Like I told you, I'm a hard worker. Standing around and chit-chatting is just not my forte. I'd rather have like instead of sitting and have a coffee, I don't drink coffee, with a friend, I'd rather go for a walk with a friend or go on a bike ride with a friend, a paddleboard with a friend. So at that event, I did a lot of cooking. Love you, Scott. I don't mind doing it, but there also wasn't a lot of food by the time, you know, I was done helping out. So yeah, things like that. I don't prioritize myself. I make sure other people eat, I make sure other people are taken care of. And I will still do that, but I can't take care of anybody if I don't take care of myself. So I'm going to totally focus on that. I'm noticing our flowers in the background. Look at these flowers. I go to this Mennonite community. They're giant. Like, they always have these things hanging down. Like, this is one plant right here. It's so beautiful. I love going there. It's in, it's called Frenchtown. And super nice people. We have them all over the place. All these flowers everywhere. So I love getting them in the springtime and enjoying them all summer long. Okay, so here is my breakfast on repeat. I'm like a dog. I eat the same thing every day. We've got a filet with scallops, and I basically put so much tallow in that cast iron skillet, you get a crispy crust. I have the carnivore steak sauce, which I showed you on the first video about my weight gain. We got some Miller Biofarms cottage cheese and my supplements. I do hyaluronic acid, that's this one. Beef organs, I like this company, One Earth. I do lactoferrin because when I was so thin, my iron was low despite eating all the meat. I do urolithin A, vitamin K2, and beef organs. The thing about the beef collagen, you need to take 6 of them. Beef organs, you need to take 6, so that's why it's so full. And then my nighttime supplements, I can go over there a different time. But yeah, those are all listed on my website because people ask me all the time. So if you want to know, just comment below. And every morning after I work out, I use my Joovv red light panels, and I'm totally naked here. I won't show you anything, but the benefits of that are really powerful, and I switch off front side, back side every day for about 20 minutes. I am now in the office because I'm doing a YouTube interview with Dr. Tro. He has a new paper out about food addiction, but this is my office. Let's see, la-di-da. Oh, my books are up there. Other people's books that I support are up there. But yeah, this is our office. See a lot of deer out there. And should be a good interview. Watch it.
Yeah. Jake's yeah.
Miss Bella, you got it? You got it? Yay! Okay, friends, I'm about to have my lunch, my weight gaining lunch, and I'm going to show you. I thought, hey, I'm going to show you about my ranch dressing. I have plenty of ranch dressing in the fridge for easy, quick meals, but I want to show you how to make it because it's just really that delicious. Now, the trick to making, you're going to start with homemade mayo. The trick is room temperature eggs. You're going to crack that into a large mouth mason jar, and I'm going to make a salad. I know you're like, what? A carnivore salad? That's right. I'm going to add my Redmond real salt, and then maybe just a little touch more. I'm going to add some Dijon mustard. Ooh, we got our primal Dijon mustard, and I like to add pickle juice. You could just use any type of vinegar, apple cider, whatever, but I love pickle juice for the vinegar. And then we're going to use this. I've made mayo millions of different times. I've made carnivore mayo with butter, with bacon fat. I've tried olive oil, avocado oil, you name it. This is where it's at. It does not taste like coconut oil. It's liquid. I love it. It's organic, delicious. So what we're going to do is take, so for 1 egg, you want 1 cup. I am not an affiliate with them. It's just something I really enjoy. It's awesome. I get on Amazon. Now what I'm going to do is take my stick blender, zhuzh it up like that, and then I don't even go very slow. And you have this awesome mayo. now what I'm gonna do is, I don't mind that it's not super thick, that's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of sour cream, and always get Daisy. There's no carrageenan, anything like that. So it's about however much you want, but 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm almost gonna use the whole thing. I'm keeping the stick blender in there because I'm gonna add my seasoning and some beef broth. I don't want that to tip over though. It has done that on me and food goes everywhere. I'm gonna grab my beef broth. So a lot of ranch dressings call for buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk, but I do have this, which I've always used. Yes, it's a little bit leaner, but there's plenty of fat in this meat. You can make the dressing as thick as you want it, as thin as you want it. And then we're gonna add, a long time ago, I tried to make seasoning. And so I still have a ton of ranch seasoning and taco seasoning. So I'm just gonna pop this open and, ooh, there's all parsley on the top. Gonna put that in there, however much you want for seasoning. Sometimes I'll add a real garlic clove in there. Maybe we'll do a little more. There. And that's the ranch dressing. Ta-da, easy peasy. And I just store that for my easy lunch, all right? Now, onto the salad. I don't have any hard-boiled eggs, otherwise I'd add that too. These are my lunchtime supplements. I've got some fish eggs in there. I've got a whole bunch of things. I've got hyaluronic acid. I've got vitamin K2 in there. Trying to think. But I take those. A digestive enzyme. So here's my salad, okay? It's funny. I'm gonna add just a touch of lettuce. I like shredded lettuce, just a touch to add a little bit of crunch. I'm talking like maybe that much. I don't like the big pieces. Okay, now I'm gonna add a bunch of, I shred this Cabot sharp cheddar. I love it so much. I'm gonna add a bunch of that, okay? Maybe even a little more. And then I make bacon and I like to crumble it up on top like this. And I have more. I like it very crispy but not burnt. So like that. And now I have my smoked chicken. Love this. It's a whole smoked chicken. I do take the skin out because I don't enjoy flabby skin. And then I just put that on top. I'm gonna do a whole bunch, but I'm not quite hungry yet. I just wanted to show you that. And it was quiet in the kitchen, but I'm gonna eat about half of this chicken. It's just in some broth. And that's gonna be my lunch, topped with a bunch of ranch dressing. Doesn't that sound delicious? Bon appetito. So every Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Time, depends on if we're in Wisconsin or Hawaii, but we have coaching meetings, weekly coaching meetings. Craig and I do them together. Craig is a scientist, so everybody loves him, but I was just kind of showing you our house. It's just like simple. I love orchids. This room was actually empty for like, well, I get a little shaky. The first 2 years that we lived here because I couldn't find the perfect furniture. That didn't cost a fortune, so it was just empty, which was nice because the kids loved running around and playing. But in the office, this is where we do our meetings, and people jump on. It's nice, and what do you say? Nobody knows who you are. It's very confidential. You get to ask any questions. I also do one-on-one with people, but after the one-on-one, we do it in a group setting like this, unless they want to do more one-on-one. And then also I have my coaches meeting tonight. So it's kind of like a school for my coaches, and that's after the meeting. So Sundays are usually very busy. Obviously I did a podcast earlier. And then after this, we'll grill some burgers. We have an indoor grill. We'll grill some burgers. Maybe I'll get that on film. Maybe I won't. But we'll have those with cheese and bacon. My kids love those. They're smash burgers. Butcher Box now has smash burgers. They're so delicious. Really good. But yeah, that is the Sunday meeting, and then we'll jump outside and play some games. All right, friends, so these are the smash burgers for the day. And I always have bacon pre-made in the fridge for Craig, because he likes bacon with his burgers. I'm having it now. Then I just have to reheat it, or like heat it in the pan like this. When I make burgers, it takes a fraction of the time, super fast. These are the smash burgers. These are Butcher Box, mailed to your home. Awesome, check it out, link below. I just show you our freezer. It's pretty much filled with all the goodness. But yeah, this is dinner. Bon appetito. And what I wanted to say about this is nobody's busier than I am. There's no excuses. Like, this took literally less than 5 minutes. You get your routine down and it's super fast. And it's really delicious. But we homeschool. We have a business. I'm working with celebrities, writing books, like super busy. I make time for it. You can too. Okay, I'm gonna bring you into my pantry and show you how I make my protein shake. I had to clear out so much stuff. I mean, I wrote so many books and there was so many plates and you name it. But I'm making extra because if I'm doing it, you know, why not make extra so the next day is easier? But I just use old pickle jars, and I'll show you what's in there already. But I use a little bit of malt extract. There's no propylene glycol or anything like that. I know I always loved a malt when I was a kid, so this is like my little malt. And then I have my jar of Equip here. So I love to use a big scoop of their chocolate. Probably too much. I don't like it to get too thick. And then, so in each one I get to do a scoop. And then their salted caramel. So that with the malt extract is divine. When I'm traveling, I just use water. Yes, I do pack. I pack Equip and I pack stick blenders with me. Let's go over here. My suitcase is giant, because sometimes I need a shake. Now, what we're going to do is blend this up here. Let me aim this down further. We still have Micah's birthday stuff up. He lit his hair on fire when he blew the candles out. If anybody cares about their hair more than I do, it is my son, Micah. And yeah, he lit his hair on fire. It was great. I posted it on Instagram if you didn't catch that. So I did add a little stevia glycerite. This is a non-bitter stevia. It just kind of rounds out the sweet flavor of it. I kind of wish they would use allulose Equip. But Equip is so generous. Use code Maria to save on your order. But it's made from beef. It's not whey. I don't tolerate whey very well. And I want a more longer lasting protein. And the reason I don't use a blender is because it gets too airy. So I always use a stick blender. I use this multiple times a day. And then I fill this to the top. I'm using So Delicious coconut milk. Now, you're not going to find me just drinking heavy cream. I know people take swigs of heavy cream and eat sticks of butter. You're not going to catch me doing that because I want a good body composition. And if you just do that, nobody has a good body composition. So my goal is gaining muscle, you know, and some fat. And I'll show you what else I put in here, because that's So I make this brown butter dip. You guys are probably thinking, she loves brown butter. I do. I keep it in jars. And it's brown butter, cream cheese, a little bit of the coconut milk, and then like stevia glycerate sweetener. And so I put about 2 tablespoons in each one. It's really good. So, whoa, sorry guys, it's tipping over on me. And when I travel, I'll even like bring a jar, put it in my suitcase. Every hotel I've stayed at, even in Thailand, even in Bali, even Korea, you name it, wherever I go, there's always a fridge. It's actually more uncommon to have a fridge in the United States. I always have to call to ask, but other areas of the world, it's just fine. And I'm not worried about that getting warm for a minute. Let's finish this one out. Actually, so I do retreats around the world. They're keto carnivore retreats around the world. There's no judging on any of my retreats. I don't mind what you eat. However, if you'd like to stay keto carnivore, you have the opportunity to, because some people do it for medical reasons, type 1 diabetic, whatever. And yeah, they have the opportunity. So I made my best friends on these retreats. They're from all over the world, mostly Canada, but I rented a cabin close to our house, and we're all gonna hang out together, cook together, just ride bike together. I'm just really excited to see them, but you should come on my retreats. The next one is in India. It's mind-blowing. Everybody that signed up I know and is awesome. They've gone on past retreats, and I think that's the best selling point, that people who have come on one retreat always come on another one because it's just so much fun. In the afternoons and evenings, we like to sit outside here and we play card games every day, pretty much. I feel very blessed to have homeschool my kids, so they're around a lot more. But that was basically another day of progress. I won't be doing every day, but I think in the beginning it's important to kind of treat this like a journal. And I can't thank you enough for the nice words, the kind words, the text, the love, the messages. My heart is full. My heart is full. I never thought people would even watch it. My heart is full. And I thought I lost my joy. I really did. I thought I lost my joy. I mean, of course, I love my kids, I love my family, but I lost my joy. I lost my drive to do things. I was always tired. I'll show you, we do a Sunday meeting every day, like I showed you earlier, for clients. And it's at 3 p.m. because in the past, I was so tired, I didn't want to do it at 8 p.m. because I'm long sleeping by then. Like, I'm sleeping by 7 because I'm just exhausted. And I'm not anymore, which is great. So in the evenings after the Sunday meeting, we can play games like this. But thank you very much for your kind words. You're awesome. I love you. Couldn't do it without you. And if you want me to keep doing these diaries, day in the life, comment below on what you'd like to see, because I do other things too. I don't videotape everything, but thanks everybody. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS, acid reflux, depression, and IBS. Instead of taking those prescription drugs, I decided to change my life with food. Yes, food healed me, and it's healed so many of my clients over the past 20 years of working with people. If you are interested in transforming your life, check out KetoMaria.com. I'd be honored to help you.